Okay guys, so without any unnecessary talk, we're gonna go straight to the stats, and we are looking for the trend. So obviously we have 2 dozens, first and second dozen really high up, and that tells me that there is a trend. What we can do, we can check the tote board. We only have that number 35 from the third dozen, so that means I'm going with a little higher base bet. That's gonna be 25 bucks per each dozen, and we are keeping the bets on the trend with 1326 roulette system. So I made a couple videos about the system, so make sure to go to my channel, check them out, because there's a lot of questions what I'm not gonna answer today. There were, they were explained in those 2 videos. Okay, so right away we got the hit, and we are riding the trend, okay, riding the train. So the second step of this progression system is 3. That means 3 times the base bet. And like, I got many questions, and I love when you guys ask the questions. Put your input into the strategy, put it in the comments. It makes it much more better, and we can all learn from it. So the one common comment and question was, how to find the trend. Again, I have few videos about that, about finding the trend. Just scroll through, look at it, why not? So we got the 19, and that's another hit, and we are going to the third step of the strategy of this progression system, and that's a 2. That means 2 times the base bet. And some of you guys said that the second step, the 3 time the bet, is kind of killer, but if you catch the streak, it's actually not a killer. It's helping, because when you get to the step 3, then you play with the casino money already. Okay, all right, so see, now the step 3 killed us, but we didn't actually lose anything. We are back to square. Okay, and that's great about this strategy. It kind of helps you play. So the third dozen is still low, and as a positive progression, when we lose, we are going back to the step 1, first step, which is the 1 unit bet. And I'm gonna keep playing 2 dozens, but I always watch the wheel, and I always watch another trends. So if I see another one, there's no bad idea to switch it. That's not bad idea just to switch it. We don't have to sit with one system all the time. Let's flip-flop it. Why not? If you see it, you play it, capitalize on it. So all right, we got the first step this time done. So I'm going to do the second step, which is 3 times the base bet. And again, if you're not familiar with this strategy, I got the link up there. You can check the link. It's 1326roulette.card.co. So also in the links below, in the description, and in the first comment, there's a link, and I have a little web page where everything is described perfectly, how to play it, what's the base bet, what's the profit target, and all these things about the system and about how to play it. Alrighty. So nothing sweeter than repeater. We got the second five, which is the first dozen, and that makes us a nice profit. And again, we are going to the third step, which allows us to play with the money we already had in profit. So even if we lose, we are still keeping at the balance level, and that's pretty good about this system. So what we need with this system is 4 in a row, 4 in a row, hit the jackpot, level 4, and pocket the money. That's the system. Just great. When you look at this wheel, you see all these streaks. Just log in, you see the streak, try it, play it for 10-15 minutes, make a profit, log off. Beauty. So now we are going to the most important step, and that's step 4, 6 times the base bet. So we are going for 150. And looking at the tote board, man, it's just really trending, and I really hope, and I have high expectations then that is the right trend, So come on wheel, be good to us, and this wheel is good to us. Yes, boom, maybe. That's the last step, 450 in the pocket. Beautiful, and we can just log off. We can pocket 300 bucks in few minutes, But we are testing this. We want to see if it really works, if we can master finding these trends and capitalize on this system. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna switch, because I always, even if I talk too much, I always watch the stats. So if you look at tote board, we got all these numbers. They are just first and second column, first and second. Okay, look at them, all of them, beautiful, just first and second, and that's a trend for me. Okay, so of course there might be one or a couple numbers peeking out of this trend, like now 36, but I really like this trend, so I'm gonna stick with it, and I'm gonna try this new dealer if he can continue with this trend, because really the only number, it's 36 from the third column. So I see this trend and I'm gonna go with it. I'm a strong believer in these trends, especially on this wheel, because as we all know, this wheel loves all these streaks and trends. So that's beautiful. We are going to the next step of this progression. We are staying with the 2 columns, because this is a big trend, This is a great trend, great streak of the columns, and I really want to hit these 4 steps of this progression, because like I said, I love this strategy, I love this progression system. It's a positive progression where you bet and you raise after the win. So we got 30. That's not it. Never mind. We are still in the profit. We are playing with the money we already made, so I'm keeping it. After the loss, we are going back to basics, back to step 1, And you know, if you watch this wheel, if there's such a strong trend, it always give us a one or two little numbers to even out the statistics, but it never switches out that, you know, all of a sudden there would be a third column hitting like 6 times in a row. It never happens, you know, and I can tell it never happens, you know. It might be the first time now because we already have 30 and 6. So, but you know, the patience is the key. We have to be patient and just put the trust into the system, you know. These trends and streaks, they don't turn around like that, you know. Actually, that would be a perfect trigger point when we have that 36 and back to 19, and now two of them, 30 and 6, third column. Now I would expect, you know, going back to that first and second column streak, and I really have high expectations about that. And you know, high expectations are sometimes crushed, so you have to, you know, you have to believe in it. And it's much easier when you already made the money and you playing with the profit, you know. So that way we are still hovering about that 3 grand. I'm not going like if I would go, you know, with the negative progression, double up, double up, double up, and we would be already down like 2000. So back to basics. We have 3 from the third column, and that's a trigger point for me. Okay, that's a trigger that I'm going for the first and second right now, you know, and I'm gonna be strong believer that this strategy is gonna turn out to be profitable for me. So we're gonna pop the second step, the 3 times the base bet, because it's 1 3 2 6, and we'll see. Fingers crossed. We had 3 in a row from the third column. I think that's enough. I don't think we need to go there anymore. So let's concentrate. Let's see if this dealer is gonna be good to us. Beautiful. 13 is the first column. That's beautiful. And that's a profit for us. So after the third step, we are going to number 2 times the base bet, so $50. And this is actually the crucial step, because we are trying to get in profit into the last step, and in case something bad happens, we are not gonna dip so low under below the balance. So come on, give us the win, give us the win, give us the win. Number 4 is beautiful, because that's the first column. We are safe over there. That's a big nice win. And now let's play it. Let's put it up. We have the last step of our progression, and that is 6 times. One comment, or actually few of you guys suggested to do like 1 3 2 4 progression. You know, it's possible too. And if you have another suggestions, just hit the comments and tell me how you would play it, how you would use it, with what. I definitely want to use it with the numbers, with the inside numbers too. So give me. I like it. I was afraid about that green monster, but boom, baby, we have a last step of the progression. We have a nice profit, you know, and we made our money for the session. If you can make that much money in 15 minutes, beautiful. Let's check out the stats. We can just find another trend, and we can keep playing if we want to, or we can just pocket the 300, log off, and come back tomorrow. So just play to win, guys, and I will see you on the next one.